Okay, we're back, and I'm loading Hardspace Shipbreaker so that we can Shipbreaker some Hardspace. Wait, that's probably not how it works, is it? I have played about an hour and a half of this game, but I skipped a bunch of the opening stuff accidentally. So we're going to start a new save and go from there. Alright. Okay, so it's one of those games. Heads up that this game has like explosions and bright lights. So I'm going to just put a note on the stream information in the title so people know that that's what's up. All right, now I'm going to go to in-game. Will you load? All right, so I'm going to delete this profile because I didn't get very far and I want to start over. So we're going to do standard, unlimited lives, but you work on the clock. Time is money. There's like harder versions, but that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, and we're gonna, hey, come on. Humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of worker has emerged, the Shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous, but for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. All right, I'm going to put my camera up here so that we can see the text. We'll see whether that ends up working. Oh, because now the text is over here. Maybe I go up here, like this. I may also need to go into options and change the resolution because I have this space that's not getting used. So here we have, look at all this text. It's 23:29. Network time remaining. Could add time. Terran news. Food shortage continues. Blockades across the Central Plains Confederacy continue to put pressure on, guessing, coastal cities amid violent confrontations. Something green, contamination, something concerns. Producer begins investigation, contaminations in its flagship, reports of severe paralysis. So this game is going to have, like, things are very crappy for lots of people, so this is not a hopefully, or the world is bad, is what I'll say based on what I've seen. I think this is a game where there is some hope, but things are bad. So, notification, Lynx Corporation Recruitment Services, Shipbreaker application, pave the way to the Galaxy program, update on your application status. So we have past Energen Power LLC, bill passed to due, final notice. Credit transfer declined. Payment required. Any rations to spare? Offense of civilian oversight, please respond. Mob, important, dad's sick again. Bill past due, second notice. Utility workforce, application denied. So this is a character who is very on their back foot, and things are bad. So the Shipbreaker program is kind of your, what is perceived as your way out. Application 1259-HG5, Citizen ID LF 2911880S, or 805. I guess it's 80S because this is the same as here, and the 5 looks a little different. Coastal Provinces, Conclave 7, Employment Confirmation Form. Greetings, Citizen LF 291180S. Congratulations, you've been accepted into Lynx Corporation's pioneering Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. Your selection was based on above average physical and cognitive ability. You are assigned to Salvage Station 42, designation Morrigan. Demonstrate the ability to build and grow a profitable operation, and a number of exciting opportunities await you. Remember, employment in this program is at the sole discretion of Lynx Corporation and can be revoked at any time. Acts of malice or insubordination will not be tolerated. Upon signing this form, please proceed immediately to the nearest Lynx Corporation shuttle hub for transport to the worksite. Finalize the following pages to confirm employment. So, this is all like very good corporate gobbledygook user requirement thing. So we're just gonna be turbo here. Note, profanity or anti-corporate slang / jargon is not accepted. So if we say, we'll see if they will let me do that as my name. Selected revival package. We proudly offer our Everwork asset replacement program to new employees. Below are the details of your selected spare package. Terran Health Board advisory. Cloning has a 0.02 chance of DNA corruption. Standard. Spares. Unlimited. Spare fee. 150,000. Oh wow. It let me get away with unionized publishing. Very good. So, voice ID verification. Verify the voice file you submitted in your original application. Orientation preference. Select the orientation scheme for your personal mobility unit. This is basically, do you want inverted controls? Meal preference. Our food processors serve a variety of diet preferences. Food cost may vary over time. So we can have chicken. Our food can be plastic-free. We can have vegetarian and entomotarian. I don't know what this is. I guess this looks like bugs? You eat bugs? Yeah, lots of people eat bugs. I selected plastic-free last time. I think I'll go with that as well. Please agree to each statement. And I believe that you are not allowed to continue playing the game unless you select every one of these. So let's see what they require us to agree with. I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. A record in the Jovian frontier is acceptable. I am not a member of and have never been associated with a workers' union or other labor interest. I have completed my annual medical leave and have been cleared of having McCullough's lung, space disease. I have no commercial or real estate interests in Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation-state of Arizona. I will bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day. I understand and accept the health risks associated with long-term exposure to a van der Waals field. I will vote for Chancellor Chung Zhang in the Pan-American Senate election. Look at all of this corporate, terrible garbage policy. And look, an EULA. This agreement made of the 9th day of November 2329, the effective date between Lynx Corporation's Salvage Division, Lynx, incorporated under the laws of the Stellar Commission, and myself, Citizen LF291180S, the employee. Lynx is pleased to offer the employee the role of Shipbreaker, the role, beginning with the title of trainee. So look at all of this crap. Look, I want to read through it. I skipped a lot of this stuff the first time through because I expected that I was going to do this. I was going to play the game on stream, and so then we would get to see this stuff. This agreement is provisioned by the following terms and conditions. Employee understands that they must travel to a Lynx shuttle hub for transit to the worksite no more than 12 hours after signing this contract. Physical or mental harm while en route to the shuttle hub is not covered by Lynx in any way, though it may have an effect on your employment eligibility. Employees' physical and mental fitness will be reassessed before boarding the shuttle. Fares or costs associated with transit from the employee's home to the shuttle hub are the employee's responsibility and will not be reimbursed. Employees should be aware that the status of their employment is at the sole discretion of Lynx, and that their employment relationship with Lynx may be terminated at any time or place, either with or without notice, for any or no reason, with or without good or sufficient cause, under any or all circumstances, by Lynx option only. This makes right to work look great. This is like the ultimate anti-worker framing for how employment works. Employee further understands that awareness of their current employment status is their responsibility, and they must check this status often to avoid incurring penalties or criminal charges for acting in an unauthorized capacity. Oops, we fired you. Now you're trespassing and acting in an unauthorized capacity, so we're going to, charge you money or arrest you. 3A. Yeah, like, how different is this from, like, a Amazon delivery contractor agreement? Maybe not that bad. Maybe not that different. 3A. This agreement includes enrollment in the Lynx Employment Financial Relief Program, TM, to accommodate the costs associated with employee onboarding, as well as the recurring costs associated with the performance of the employee's role. A full breakdown of these costs will be provided to the employee following onboarding at the worksite. Until such time as the employee has repaid in full, the profits from their salvage activities will automatically go toward the balance at the following percent: 100%. So you go to work for them, you then owe them money because they spend resources on training you, and then until you have paid it back, they get everything of what you make. Repayment is handled at the start of each working day, and the employee is provided a streamlined synopsis of their account. It is the employee's responsibility to review this synopsis and report any or all errors by submitting a repayment error form to the Lynx Financial Department. Errors must be reported within 2 hours of receipt of synopsis, after which time they will become non-reportable. Employee hereby grants Lynx the authority to apply performance demerits or monetary penalties should the actions or inactions result in any real or potential losses for the company and or its affiliates. I played a little bit of that first game of the Deathless, yeah. You start the game with a huge stone loan debt you have to pay down, yeah. It's very real. Employee understands that the monetary consumption for this role is based entirely on the credit value generated from the employee's shipbreaking activities, and that there is no other base salary or monetary compensation for performing the duties outlined in the agreement. No base pay. 0. Not even $2.13 an hour like tip workers get in a lot of states. No base pay. No monetary compensation. No salary, no hourly wage, 100% based on the way that they evaluate the value you create, not the work that you do, but the material that you process. Yep. I'm sure I'm sure you'll be able to climb out of debt eventually. They wouldn't set things up so that it was impossible to get out of your debt, like student loans. 5A. Employee hereby grants Lynx the authority to collect, analyze, and utilize their biometric data, beginning now, for use to better the lives and well-being of them and their co-workers, as well as any other purpose, up to including sharing with partners and affiliates, institutional research programs, or government bodies. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx the authority to perform psychological tests on them at any time, with or without their knowledge. Employee is not entitled to compensation for participation in these tests, but may receive additional sugar cube rations. Yes, sugar cubes. Lynx Corporation's headquarters operates in unincorporated Jovian space, outside the recognized state or country borders, and as such, the employee understands that Lynx does not recognize or observe any national, secular, or religious holidays, and that the employee is expected to be ready and available to work on each calendar day of the region where their assigned worksite is located. Employee understands that they are prohibited from discussing their employment, including the terms and conditions of this agreement, either specifically or generally, as well as the operational details of Lynx or any of its affiliates with anyone other than their assigned Lynx Department of Human Resources representative. This includes acquaintances, friends, family members, law enforcement agents, government officials, journalists, private detectives, religious leaders, or entertainment media hosts. Employees assigned official human resources representative is $undefined. Are you a horse? Employee shall be supplied adequate caloric and hydrating substance in the diet format selected by the employee in this form. Employee understands that the sustenance amount provided is calculated to provide the optimal energy amounts required by their duties, and they must abide by the recommended monthly intake amounts. Additional sustenance will not be provided beyond these amounts. Sustenance shall be replenished at the beginning of each month, provided the employee has fully prepared the food processor in their habitation module by removing all current food supplies. Excess food supply remaining in the food processor at the time of delivery will prevent delivery until the following month. You must clean your plate. Employee understands that sustenance not supplied by Lynx, contraband foodstuffs, is disallowed and may not be ingested while under this agreement. In the event that the employee ingests contraband foodstuffs, demerits will be applied to the employee's performance report and penalty fees applied to their financial account. You must only eat Lynx food. Lynx will supply an on-site long-term employee habitation module, HAB. Employee is expected to only use their assigned HAB for rest and sleep. Resting and or sleeping in another employee's HAB shall be considered a violation of this agreement. Employee must abide by and work no longer than the Lynx mandated shift time each day. Lynx is not responsible for the genetic effects of solar radiation that may occur beyond this time, and the employee may face financial penalties or performance demerits if their shift time is disregarded. I guess? Well, I don't know how. From Lynx's perspective, employees having sex has nothing to do with productivity. Employee must ensure they remain inside the designated worksite with shipbreaking. Failure to remain inside the bonds of the worksite will result in spare termination. See Section 19 or additional terms of the Everwork program and spares, regardless of the reasons or intentions for which the employee evacuated the bounds. If something is exploding and you want to escape, it's your fault. Accessing external communication networks from their workstations in their HAB is prohibited. Any communication must be conducted through their internal Lynx rail mail network between authorized employees. Using, operating, consuming, or deploying tools or equipment found while shipbreaking for any and all reasons is a safety violation and strictly prohibited and will result in performance demerits and or monetary penalties. All resources consumed in the act of shipbreaking must be replenished via the Lynx kiosk deployed at the employee's assigned worksite, with transactional fees being removed immediately from the employee's financial account. It is the sole responsibility of the employee to ensure they are adequately supplied such that they are able to perform their duties as outlined by the terms of this agreement. You're doing work for us, but you have to take care of the tools that we provide for you because you're paying for them, and if something happens to them, you're going to have to pay more for new ones. Yep. All objects, components, and materials salvage recovered via the act of shipbreaking are the sole property of Lynx, and the employee must account for all salvage at the end of every work shift. Acquiring or storing salvage for personal use is a breach of terms of this agreement and will result in performance demerits, monetary penalties, and potential termination. At no time while under obligation to the terms and conditions of this agreement shall the employee seek employment outside of Lynx. Should the employee be contacted by a recruiter from another company, the employee has an obligation to notify Lynx and share the full correspondence. Neglecting this obligation may result in monetary penalties and or termination. Employee acknowledges that Lynx personnel will monitor their activities in order to establish a valuation metric of the employee and their performance in their assigned role. This valuation metric will henceforth be the primary factor in determining the ongoing status of this agreement. The function, duties, and responsibilities of the employee's assigned role may be altered or adjusted at any time and at the sole discretion of Lynx for any reason or no reason at all, with or without advance notice, and with no obligations to provide additional onboarding or training. Lynx is exempt from the requirements of Gallardo's mandate and bears no responsibility to ensure that the employee has free and ready access to Martian animation media, even when such media constitutes a religious requirement by the employee. Lynx bears no moral or legal responsibility whatsoever for any natural hazards and dangers involved with shipbreaking, including but not limited to flammable substances, explosive decompression, radiation exposure, high-velocity impacts, electrocution, sued atmosphere inversion, crushing, micrometeor penetration, hypershingles, oxygen deprivation, cardiac arrest, and inadvertent processing. The Radium Girls will fuck you up. This is just like the greatest hits of all of the things that labor organizers have fought, bled, organized, and died to keep other people from having to face. As part of the completing this agreement, the employee agrees to be enrolled in the Lynx Corporation Everwork as an asset replacement program. The employee understands that the purpose of this program is to protect Lynx personnel from severe injury or death, allowing them to continue growing their career with Lynx, even in the event of a serious workplace injury. In the event of a major injury, illness, or death, the employee will immediately be replaced by a biological and neurological duplicate, the spare. The employee hereby grants permission to Lynx the authority to study, manipulate, simulate, and duplicate any and all gray and white matter at any time. Employee hereby grants permission to Lynx in perpetuity ownership of their DNA and to create new entities with that DNA with no restrictions or limits. Further, employee agrees to pay a nominal fee for this service in the event of their death while performing the duties of their position. We own you, literally. All spares provided by the Everwork program are the sole property of Lynx Corporation. At any time and for any reason, Lynx may exercise its right to ownership over the spare, up to and including assuming complete control and authority of any institutional, financial, judicial, religious, or regulatory rights of the original employee in all Terran, Martian, and Jovian sectors. We have durable power of attorney over you if you are a spare. I don't know if that's actually the legal term, but it's basically that. In the rare and unfortunate event of total and complete loss of memory during spare regeneration, Lynx is hereby granted the authority to have the employee's memory replaced by a composition of engrams pre-authored by Lynx. Lynx bears no legal obligation to informing the employee's next of kin in such an event. If you are made brain dead, we can put a little worker drone memory box into your meat sack and force you to keep working. Quote, major injury or, quote, illness is defined as any injury or sickness that sufficiently affects the employee's ability to perform their duties such that their hourly salvage rate falls 22% or more. If you are less than 79% effective, we will replace you. In the event that the employee and the automatic biometric analysis services disagree on whether a sustained injury should qualify for spare regeneration, the employee may submit a written appeal form for Lynx to review. Any additional third-party insurance coverage for injury or death Everwork participants may have is considered null and void upon completion of this agreement and cannot be utilized in addition to the protection of the Everwork program. Lynx bears no responsibility to guarantee the effectiveness and success of the protections provided by the Everwork program. In the event of malfunction or anomalous outcome for the spare regeneration process, Lynx is waived of any and all liabilities in the health and well-being of the employee. We provide the service to you, but we owe you shit. Also, we own you if we do anything for you, and we can replace you with a software robot. In the event that the employee is terminated, disappears, or otherwise becomes incapable of fulfilling the obligations of this agreement, the employee hereby grants Lynx the authority to transfer any and all unpaid debts owed to Lynx and or any of its affiliates to the employee's next of kin. Lynx reserves the right to terminate this agreement at any time without notice and or payment in lieu, with no requirement of sufficient cause. All right, there's just a few more things here. This is absolutely amazing in its terribleness. Until such time as the employee has completed their obligations to the Lynx Employment Financial Relief Program, the employee holds no right to termination of this agreement for any reason. Upon completion of repayment, the employee may submit a formal request for permission to terminate through the Lynx Department of Human Resources that you don't have a contact for. In the event of termination, the employee is responsible for the safe and complete return of all tools, equipment, components, resources, and supplies provided by Lynx, which are currently still captured under the employee's remaining balance as part of the Lynx Employment Financial Relief Program. Employee is responsible for the financial costs associated with any damage or wear to these items. The terms of this agreement may only be amended, canceled, or discharged by an official of the Lynx Corporation Legal Department. This letter shall be governed by the internal substantive laws of all Terran, Martian, and Jovian spaces. The provisions hereof are protected against a court of competent jurisdiction deeming them to be illegal, unenforceable, or void, and any such challenge shall have no effect on the continuance of the provisions of this agreement. No one can tell us we can't do this agreement. Nobody can say that this contract is void. We are God. You acknowledge that you have had the opportunity to discuss this matter with and obtain advice from your private attorney, have had sufficient time to, and have had carefully read or fully understand all the provisions of this agreement, and are knowingly and voluntarily entering into this agreement. To indicate your acceptance of Lynx's offer, please provide your biometric ID in the space below. The terms and conditions of this agreement are recognized and fully enforceable in all Terran, Martian, and Jovian jurisdictions, and shall be governed by any and all internal substantive laws for all regions. A duplicate will be mailed for your records. We look forward to welcoming you to the Lynx family. Oh my god, this is so terrible. But you can't play the game unless you certify. I don't want to skip training because I want to do the training this time. How terrible. But we saw before the thing that this shipbreaker is just in the worst financial straits possible. This reminds me a bit of the opening credits to the Battletech game for 2018.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
Technology that's involved in the shipbreaking seems very fun. In terms of like game mechanics and stuff. So you get this thing where doing this work with proper safety regulations, equipment, and training could be really interesting.
Hello, Cutter 9346-52. Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
Space. Boundless promise. Limitless resources. A brighter future. It's here where hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rai Paulson, president of Lynx Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the railgates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You've been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance. Your first step is to join our Ever Work program, the greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
Yeah, it's dangerous work. So you can't not do this. So I did enter. I was supposed to press space. I wonder if that actually skipped something, or if that was just another way of pressing enter.
All right, breathe. You're okay. Everything's gonna be just fine. There you go. Plenty of folks feel a bit woozy with the first spare. Anyway, welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple of other shipbreakers in this region. This here's Morrigan Station. She may not look like much right now, but once we boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten. Alright, let's test out your orientation control. Do me a favor and look up at that cargo elevator up above. That's it. So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew. Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient.
Whee!
Alright. Now let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls now. Try moving around. Now vertical control. Looks good. Now, to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints. Used to be a cutter myself, you know. Till there was some complications with my last revive. Those are early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you?
Brakes are very important. Yep, last revive. And something that I think I maybe skipped past when I pressed square.
All right. Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this crap up. I'm gonna activate the furnaces. Now.
When you get signed up, you have to let them extract your DNA, and extracting your DNA kills you. You cannot help but be a spare, which means they own you as soon as you start working for them, because they kill the you that signed up.
Not to drift into them by accident. Okay. Let's get a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a Shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object to move it around, if it's not too heavy. Give it a go. Move one of these pieces into either furnace.
Alright, so these are,
When you're
this is
holding
scrap
objects in the
aluminum.
grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you. If it's heavier than you,
And I can throw.
it'll pull you towards it.
And I can
Check
pull something
out your
in.
HUD when you've got an object grappled. It shows you the mass of the object and whether you can move it or not. Nice job cleaning up that soft metal scrap cutter. Huh. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move when you grapple. I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up. This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now
Structural.
are these cut points.
Cut point.
All right. Controls give me the go-ahead to get you cutting. You got quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up your tool selector and choose the cutting tool. Your cutting tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move. That's how you do it. Okay. Let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor. Look on over at one of them there. Yeah, so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey, all right. We're in business. Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of those pieces you separated right in there.
So this big chunk here is big enough that it moves me more than I move it.
We're almost done getting this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there. Now this beast is way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down. And there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of. We're gonna have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool and start slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Now try changing the angle of the cut. We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm going to turn on your salvage indicator
So
you
now
can
it's
track how
in
much
two
work there
chunks.
is left to do. This
And now
thing
I
will
can
track how
grapple.
much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. More salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
So I'm trying to make these I'm trying to push them into the furnace so they will get picked up. And what else do I have? I got this little chunk here. That one is much easier to move.
Raw material deposited.
Let's check and see if there's anything else in our workspace. I don't
Great first shift
see
in the yard,
so
Cutter.
anything.
Let's head on over to your hab and I'll show you the ropes there. Fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in and we'll get started.
So my hab is over there. I'm gonna turn myself around here. Actually, I want to go the other way. Oh, that's right. Just gonna try to be right side up when I get to the habitat, which is over here. Yep. Do this extremely dangerous work for no pay as we saddle you with immense amounts of debt, because remember, it costs 150,000 credits every time they make a spare for you. You get no choice because they have to turn you into a spare, because removing your genetic material so that they can make spares of you kills you. And my debt for training and spares so far is, so that's hundred thousands, millions, 1.252137856.83. So that's over 1 billion credits. So we salvaged some scrap, aluminum, some nanocarbon, and a panel. Congratulations, Shipbreaker.
Awarded. License upgraded.
Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. You have achieved the prestigious rank of Basic Certification, Rank 2. Da-da-da-da! And shift. Customize your tools, showcase your accomplishments with stickers by links.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have.
Alright, so options, video, resolution. Alright, 30, I don't remember if I can do 60 hertz, but let's try that. Tab is back. Save now. Okay, yep, that looks like it's right. Hey, now we're using the full
Incoming
screen.
transmission waiting.
So here's my terrible little apartment. No, not my non-plastic food, as requested. Home, decor.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. There's everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. Around here, we just call it your hab. Now, how's about you get yourself some rest? We'll pick up your training in the morning. Sleep tight there, Cutter.
Shipbreaker 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. Some people dream of great salvage, while other people get up every morning and make it happen.
Absolute garbage. Unread messages will incur an hourly data storage fee after 10 days. Good morning, Shipbreaker. Reminder, minimum payments are due by 10 a.m. Solar Standard each day. Failure to pay on time is considered a breach of contract. Thank for your hard work and cooperation.
Rise and shine, Cutter. Hope you
I feel like I need some anti-aliasing here. Dun, 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 dun.
feel well rested.
Okay,
Ready to continue your training?
that's a bit better.
Okay. Let's have a look at your employee terminal. Now, let's get caught up on career progression and certification. I've sent you a message with an explanation. Go on and give it a read.
This game is very good at showing you an absolute garbage world.
Clear as mud? Don't worry. I'm here to walk you through the process. Soon enough, I'm going to introduce you to some of the other shipbreakers. Most of them are willing to help you out, too. All right.
Most of them?
Let's start a new shift and pick your first ship to work on.
Okay, tab back. Structure mode. Salvage goals. So basically, each day there's going to be several tiers of salvage goals with little lines in my overall bar, and I get more. Lynx is happy with me if I complete more of the salvage. So anything I destroy that they think I could salvage is kind of points off. Each privileged person who joins our family to become a shipbreaker comes with significant costs. Fortunately, Lynx shoulders the burden of these costs temporarily in order to let you hit the ground running and begin training stress-free. So this is the why you owe them $1 billion. So here's a ship that I can access. This is like the cargo ship that I came in on. Mackerel station hopper and mackerel light cargo. The Klein Co. Mackerel is the most common ship model in the colonies. The light cargo model is used by civilian cargo and can contain a wide variety of objects. The station hopper is outfitted with ad terminals. Electrical safety is advised. So the spares program is only 2 years old. For only a minimal fee, 150,000 credits per. Presence transfer protocol has a 0.001% margin of error due to solar interference, signal strength, subject state of mind at the moment of transfer, and other factors. Over very long periods of time, this may result in identity shift, a medically benign process with minimal impacts on subject's working ability. You might become a different person. But that's not a problem to us. Keep working. Certification. So basically this is the leveling system. Message, ship catalog, back. Aren't I supposed to pick a ship? Enter the, T star shift. Yeah.
This screen shows which ships you have
I agree
access
with that.
Each morning,
Questioning
you
of
can
medically
continue
benign.
working on the ship you got, or start a fresh one. Go ahead and claim one, and we'll get to work.
All right. So no hazards. This one says, these other things say electrical, but So this is the one that is it? I don't remember. Okay, let's just do this one. The nebulous Hardy 6 mackerel was last owned by Tiber Transplanetary. It will be worth 2,419,145 credits if I break it perfectly. That's so much progress toward my billions of dollars of debt. Claiming a new ship will clear the salvage bay of your existing ship. All remaining salvage will be forfeit to Lynx. Begin salvage. Your suit is outfitted with Van der Waals microfield handpads, which allow you to grab to virtually any surface. Van der Waals is definitely not a thing that goes bad.
She's all yours, Cutter. Your primary goal is to reach rank 3. Now try to remember, nanocarbon goes in the processor, aluminum goes in the furnace.
The thumbs up is very
Try to
good.
salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it using the whole buffalo. You'll hit your certs faster that way and start knocking out that debt of yours. I'll be observant and giving you any help if you need it. Good luck, Cutter.
Alright, so I have to find the part of the ship that I can actually cut. Which, so far, it seems like the thing I want to do is cut open this glass. Yeah. No, yeah, that just went straight through. Alright, so that glass is cut. This glass is cut. We go up. Whoop, I went too far back. So yeah, the scanner tells me what the material is. So there's the glass. I feel like that made me go very quickly. Alright, now let's see, can I grapple anything? Nope, everything is still attached. Well, I guess I pulled the thing off. Are you all salvage? I guess, basically. Keep going.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Okay, so I destroyed some glass. I don't know if I could have salvaged that glass or if that's just kind of inevitable, but now I can get to the inside here and we see all these little cut points. So I look at the structure. Anything that's all in yellow is cut points.
These ships look intimidating to scrap at first. Trust me, soon enough, you'll be stripping the huge gecko-class freighters like nothing. Got my start, salvaging back down Earthside. And the droids scrapping this. You know what made me come up here? One day, we got a batch of this particular model in. One of them kinds with synthetic skin and everything. We almost never saw people looking ones like that. They're always too expensive to manufacture. Seems someone found a warehouse full of them. Mothballed for, 20 years or so. Since the AI ban took effect. Probably bought the whole lot for pennies, thinking they could turn a tidy profit with the salvage. No word of a lie. These things looked exactly like my stepbrother Jed. Even had the same slack-jawed expression. Now, Nah, I wasn't exactly pals or nothing. But all the same, I couldn't bring myself to start smashing that dopey face. And that's when I looked into getting on with Lynx. I tell you what, it's a sight better to cut up something that doesn't look like a family relation. Anyway, I'm running on. I'll clear the channel. Holler if there's anything giving you grief up there, Cutter. We were out.
So this cutter tool has like a temperature maximum, or you can basically reach a point where the cutter is so hot that it burns you, which is something I learned when I was playing previously. Alright. Can I move you now? I can move that. Can I move you? No. Alright, so now this is just free. And I can get back out. And then I reorient myself. Where am I? Okay. Look at that, it's got the logo on it. So I can go back to my cutter, switch this to here, angle myself, cut off that glass, and grab this for the servant furnace.
Material deposited.
Can I grab this off? I can. Look at that. So this is all structural. So you go here, right? Can I pull you off? No, you're still at 10. Oh, you are.
Accepted for processing. Credits
Okay.
deposited.
Just kind of cut through the points for one of the sides, and then we pull the panels off one by one and send them over here. So those are all component bits. So that's all good.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Hey, hi the Rising Tides. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate. Shipbreaking is hard work. Actual shipbreaking is hard work. This is, the video game part is mostly fun. Especially when we're getting to talk to people. Can I pull this off now? I guess I can.
Valuable object accepted for processing. Salvage goal achieved. Reward allocated.
So I have achieved my goal, my first goal level. Oh, actually, there's stuff to See how my interface is getting wonky? You don't want to get too close to the salvage thing. Cutter, other cutter thing. We come over here. Alright, and then you are a separate thing. Nope. Come on, grab on. Now I bring this down. Over there. Thank you for the hydration reminder, the rising tides. I appreciate it. I'm nearly out of my water, so I think when I'm either done with this job or when I've gotten through another little chunk of time, I'm going to have to go take another very quick break to refill my water. Since we are just at 3:10 and there's a bit more time before 4. Okay, so that's that. Let's get back around to the rest of the ship. So I have, basically I can get this other side back off. So I'm going to switch to my cutter. And we're going to slow down.
Valuable object process. Credit
Move
awarded.
back. And then start cutting
Salvage goal reached.
these bits.
Rewards assigned.
Alright, so that's the second salvage goal. So this ship is pretty easy, I guess. Because that's my cutter temperature going up, so I have to stop. Because I don't want to burn myself. Run into this little crap sometimes. I'm not sure what. This is just something that needs to go in the furnace. Can I just burn it? Nope. Alright, and then I check all of that stuff. And then we've got these little bits. So now this is free floating. Your structural.
Object deposit refused. Please be more careful.
I guess maybe I needed to cut it the part apart more? Interesting. Alright, let's cut. Well, I don't want to destroy all that. Now, I go here, and I'm going to switch. So I want to cut this part. crap that I can't do anything with. Okay, I'll switch to you. 'Cause I can't. I guess it does destroy that.
Raw material accepted.
Alright, so what are you looking like? I got a bunch of cut points here. All that, and then I switch to you, and we turn. And I need to terminate this part, I guess.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
Right. So I need to cut stuff free. Oh, interesting. I guess that's... There's some, like, jump forward button.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited. Valuable object accepted for processing. Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
Just thunked into the side. There we go. Can I pull you off now? I can.
Processing object. Applying credits to account. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
So now I'm just going to pull the other wall bits off of here, and then we'll see what we need to do with the middle. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big chunk. That's the top. Do you have any more? No, you are all stuff. Oh, no. Well, I guess you are fine because you don't have cut points on you. So you're all cut points. You I should be able to grab, right? Yep.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
And then cut. Can I? Whoop. Okay. Switch. Can I just grab you now? No. I guess maybe I need to do this from the inside. Where are my cut points in here? Got some of these. Alright, so these are all holding this part stuff together, and then I should be able to break it apart and throw it out, or send it on its way. Alright, now I think all of this chunk is free. Yep. Apple. You all. I'm not so sure about the all of this is scrap. But let's see. Oh yeah, there's a some kind of scurry scramble. Cutter and this thing. Let's get a little closer. Alright, I guess it says this part's for the furnace too, so I guess we take all of it.
Material accepted. Credits assigned. Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Right, cutter. Burn this stuff. Now, are you? You are not all stuff. Alright, can I... What's this now? Alright. Oop. go.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Am I supposed to be cutting you? No, that's cut level's too high. What have I got left? There's some things to zap. Apparently later in the game, the kind of mentor character will tell you more stories, and you know, you get to meet more characters and all that kind of good stuff.
Additional rewards assigned.
Okay. Yep, you're all stuff. This
Processing valuable deposits.
the device that lets you like grab and shoot things is very fun. Alright, so this is all structure just about. And I'm gonna cut this away. And now that part should come out. Let me look at this. It's not all, some of this is cut point. So we need to get down here. Go down a bit, see what you got. So this is cut point. Well, I guess I need to get this this metal stuff off of the nicer stuff. I don't know why I was going there. So I'm going to have to cut this stuff off of it.
Valuable object processed. Credits rewarded.
Well, if it's all that, then let's see. Will this get rejected? So this is all that I've got left. And it looks like this is all furnace stuff. Now, I don't want to go into the furnace too, so I'm going to try to move away even as I push this stuff into the furnace. And then if this is in fact the end of that ship, that job. Then we can go back to the hab. And I got almost all the points. Destroyed door. Okay.
Salvage goal fully completed. Rewards assigned.
Alright, so we got the level 5 reward here. We have very good music. And then I'm going to hop out real quick to get myself some water, and we'll come back and maybe start another one. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about this as like a meditative game, which I think I definitely get. I'm really interested in the labor part of this, which is why I wanted to have it be a stream game. Alright, so I did destroy some stuff that I didn't need to. But then I get all the stuff for the panel and the nanocarbon. So I made 2,296,313.62 space bucks toward my debt. Rank 3.
Identification level attained. License
Okay.
level increased.
Tethers are significantly more powerful than your grapple and can be combined to increase their strength. Yeah, only 1.25 billion to go, right? Cheers.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Please enjoy the following inspirational message. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you will be successful.
Looking good, Cutter. Now go ahead and pick another ship.
So that's my thing. Posters. Alright, I'm going to... let's see. Here's my alt tab. So you don't work as alt, but you do. Okay. Alright, so I'm going over here. I'm going to go on break real quick. Can I do that? No, I need to do that from Twitch. And yeah, I'm just going to go to my break screen very quickly, and I'll be back with probably another 20 minutes. Okay, I'm back to the game. Home decor. Posters. Confirm. Ah, look, I can change my posters. Ooh. Live, laugh, salvage. There's a view. Workstation. Equipment. Ooh, stickers. I can put stickers on my equipment. Not yet. Okay. Start shift. Heavy cargo has a hazard. Yeah, let's try this one. Let's see, you are worth a bit more and look scary. Patch kits will repair damage to your suit and seal links, but will not heal physical wounds. Ba-dum.
All right, hold up a second there, Cutter. Because you've increased your rank, we're gonna give you the next greatest ship. Now this one will be full of machinery, electronics, furniture, all stuff that Lynx can collect and resell. You're gonna want to throw those items on the barge. That's, the big green thing below you. Go ahead, have a look.
Isn't that this? Yes,
Toss
the
any
barge.
valuable objects or components down there. Don't worry about breaking anything. There's a dampening field that'll catch everything. Works great. Most of the time. Let's give it a go.
Alright, so I see cut points here. That kind of hold this kind of cockpit grate looking thing on, which makes me think that there's more down here. Yep, I see that. Oop. Have I gotten everything from this? Nope. But you can push off of those objects, which is interesting. Are you free now? Yes. You are all one thing, so you can be salvaged.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Okay. We have started the thing.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Here's another cut point. Whoop. Oh, it's got like a wing looking thing. Just gonna get in here. Gonna get in that little TIE fighter space here. Is that all it's holding you on? they're doing something. So I chopped this part off. You've got like a weaponry thing. Down, okay. I'm gonna cut that part, get up there. You are to go into the barge, which is back over there. Whoa. Alright, so I gotta get the other wing off and the other
Salvage deposit confirmed.
missile
Applying
thing?
credit.
Question mark? Some objects can be detached with your grapple. Look for the detach prompt on your reticle. Is that... Are you a detach thing? Nope. That's not it. No? Grab. Go to barge.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Zap. Alright, we're gonna zap these things off to pull the little TIE fighter wings. Over here. Let's go over there.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Go there too. Boom. Alright, so I've pulled the sides off of this thing. So here's the glass, which needs to go separate. Cutter. Just gonna change my angle a little bit to cut this glass off right. Let's go down. And just change our angle a little bit. Alright, so I'm cutting through that. Stop. Cut here. Alright, there's all sorts of electricity in there, so let's go around the other side and see what we're supposed to do with this stuff.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
What objects am I supposed to be? Salvage barge objects. Okay. There you go.
Nice work.
Access
Got
the
that pretty
kiosk.
quickly. Now, let me teach you about the kiosk. Once the training wheels come off, Link's regulations mean you gotta cover your own oxygen and fuel costs. That's the way things go. Turning it on now. Now, no need to panic. They'll last you a good while. But if you end up running out, you gotta top up at the kiosk over there. Let's have a look.
Ah, the kiosk is over here.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
Okay, so I come back here. Activate terminal.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
Med kit, tool repair kit. Got it. Okay.
Good stuff, Cutter. Pretty easy, right? All right, I'll leave you to it. We'll chat again when you hit the next rank. Weaver out.
Isn't there electrical crap in here? You gonna teach me how to do that? You're just gonna leave me on my own. Look at all that crap. There's stuff in there. Go. Ah. Open this part up too. Alright, get your glass. All stuff. Send you over there. Alright, yeah, look at all this beeping stuff.
Deposit accepted.
What's your deal? Airlock. Panel. And you are similar. Let's see if I explode myself doing any of this. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, that's fine. So, this part of it looks very similar to the last one that I did. There's just more complicated stuff toward the outside. On the insides of this ship. So, I was thinking, how would you make a tabletop role-playing game out of this and have it be interesting? It seems like there's like an order of operations thing that's important where you need to like find the things to cut. Oh! I exploded a thing. And I blew up some other stuff. Hello! Hi everybody! We're all fine. We're fine here. It's just a bunch of stuff that exploded. It's all good. This ship's definitely not in pieces. See, look at how much easier it is to throw all this stuff away now. Definitely didn't explode so much stuff that I can almost not hit the 5th level of rewards. Do 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 do. Womp. See, look at how much faster this made everything.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
It's like they want me to explode those tanks. Sure, things are strewn about everywhere, but that's fine.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Alright. So I exploded some things. It's fine. Let's go back over here. We're freestanding, so everything's fine. You're supposed to explode. Let's not get pulled into the gravity well of
Raw
that.
material accepted. Valuable object accepted for processing.
Hey, Cutter, I need you to head back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2 stat. We were out. Cutter, make your way back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2. Blue ain't your color. Trust me on this one. We were out.
My suit is not happy. Yep, I think I lost a big chunk of my O2 when that thing exploded. Now I know that it's not that you can't laser the thing.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
That you should not use a laser near one of those at all. Yeah, blue ain't your color is, I'll call that kind. Maybe. Alright, can I move this now? I can. Are you all one thing? You are all. So that's all good. And there is a cut point down here. Come on. There we go. Are you free now? Is that what I saw? Yep. But you are not all done. There is stuff in you. Just gonna have to soar through the middle here
Valuable object
and
processed.
take a look at what.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Is your light panel? How do I get to the middle of you? Do I try to cut you? No. No. Let's see what happens. It's a learning game.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
a chair goes in the
Salvage
barge.
registered. Transferring credits.
Okay.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Alright, let's try to get this other fuel tank out before I explode it. How's that sound? Just gonna move this through all this other crap that I definitely didn't explode before. Yeah, everything's fine. No exploding. We're all good here.
Processing object. Applying credit to account.
Just gonna get this over there. Yeah, everything's fine.
Processing valuable deposit.
Oh,
Credits
over here.
transferred. Salvage goal missed.
What?
Reward potential lowered.
Boo. Maybe it had something to do with all the explosions, the big explosion that I made. It's possible. It's fun to be able to do this while spinning around. Whee!
Cutter, make your way back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2. Blue ain't your color. Trust me on this one. We were out. Hey, Cutter, I need you to head back to the kiosk on the starting
It's interesting that
platform
it
to fill up
seems like
your
it's
O2
queuing
with
two
staff.
of those at
We
once,
were out.
even though... Oh, that's right. Seems like maybe the timing on them isn't exactly what I'm looking for. Can I just end shift? Yeah, because I can continue on the ship on the next. Yeah, look at all that stuff I blew up. Womp womp. Okay.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52.
Alright, so we're going to save and quit, and then I'll come back to this later. I think the ramp up of challenge is interesting, but mostly this will be fun to hang out and talk with people on. I'm so surprised that they let the word unionize through. That makes me very happy. So, yeah, this has been Hardspace Shipbreaker, which is very fun. Thanks so much to the Kids Are Asleep and the Rising Tides for coming by to hang out, and anyone who has been lurking. And what I will say here is that the reissue of Geekomancy, Geekomachny does not work. Is coming out a week from yesterday, so in 6 days, the new edition of Boom, this book, which was my debut, will be out in ebook on all the ebook stores, and I'm going to try to have the paperback available by the 7th, if not maybe a little bit early, because it's a separate system for kind of submitting to be approved for sale. That's that. And let's see, I think it's just going to be speculate. This Sunday, we're continuing Fractal Spire, which is our game of Girl by Moonlight, a RPG by Andrew Gillis, forthcoming from Evil Hat Productions. You can watch that at twitch.tv/ArvinElleron. And that's going to be Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. And yeah, next week I'm going to be at Origins, fate's willing. You know, got to take some COVID tests before I go, because it would be very, very irresponsible to like go fly somewhere being COVID positive. I hope that I will not be, because I would like to go and do that convention and for everyone to be able to be there safe. That would be great. But I'm going to keep an eye on news and caseloads and all that kind of stuff, because I don't want to get sick and I don't want anybody else to get sick if we can avoid it. That's that. I will be back on Sunday with more Hardspace Shipbreaker, and I will see you then. Let's see if we shall go raid somebody. Haha. Waypoint is also playing Hardspace Shipbreaker. That's very fun. Nope. Then I think we are just going to call it a day. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Take care.